Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to those around the country and around the world. I am Prophetess Berry, and welcome to day 3 of Encouraged. As this is a week-long leadership empowerment moments where we come here on Periscope to encourage those that hold a leadership position in the body of Christ, such as pastors, apostles, prophets, elders, ministers, missionaries, etc. And today I'm going to be talking about balance. And I added to my story today with and above it I posted, you don't have to continue to bleed while you're leading. Because there are a lot of pastors, a lot of those in the body of Christ that are leading while they are bleeding. Because they're dealing with a lot of personal issues. And when it comes to home life and church life and other your friends, your circle of friendship, downtime, there has to be a balance. You have to find balance, pastors, apostles. You have to find balance in, okay, I'm a mother, I'm also a father, I have children, and so forth and so forth. So you have to find balance in your in your life to that come on your plate. Without balance and without time management, you will just be all over the place. Without balance, and you would still be all over the place. What takes place in your home should not overflow into the pulpit. That means whatever is going on in your home, you should be able to manage it. If you have a group of prayer intercessors that pray for you, get them together. Call them together to pray for you while you're leading. That means you don't have to continue to go through what you're dealing with while you are leading, why God has placed you in the position that He has placed you with. Like I said on yes, God is not going to condemn you if you need to step back and sit down and get poured into and get prayed for. God is not going to say, oh, I'm going to send you to you thought you was doing time management. No, God is not going to chastise you because you had to balance ministry and home and work and other things that you have going on in your life. No, God ain't going to do that. Why? Because Jesus rested. And as you're going to hear me say that a lot, Jesus rested. Jesus found time to go off to gather his thoughts. I'm quite sure he had to regroup. I'm quite sure Jesus had to get prayed for. Them disciples that were following Jesus, they weren't following Jesus for nothing. I'm quite sure Jesus, they prayed for him. Yes, I'm quite sure Jesus had to get poured back into him as well from God. But you have to learn how to find balance. Like I said, if you don't a prophet or apostle, your mind will be everywhere but the right place. If you don't learn how to do time management as a leader, your time will be so screwed up. So screwed up. This is what you do. I'm going to give you some tips. Make a to-do list every day. The things that you have to do for ministry, the things that you have to do for your home / family. Make a list, and you put the most important things at the top of the list first, and the least important things at most important, least important. And then check it off as you go throughout the day. That will help you balance out your day. That will help you There are a lot of pastors that don't have a secretary. There are a lot of pastors don't have an armor bearer, and they have to do it all themselves. So if you're a pastor or you're a leader that's listening and you don't have a secretary, you don't have an armor bearer, you don't have no one to go over your schedule, you don't have no one to say, hey, pastor, this is what you have to do today. These are the appointments that are for today. His wife are coming in for counseling. If you don't have no one that can help you manage your time as a pastor, such as a secretary, to take all your calls, that book your schedule your appointments, and so forth and so forth. And a lot of pastors, we have to do it ourselves. So if you have to do it yourself, you can still balance out that time. You can still find time management in doing what needs to be done, and still able to go home and relax and regroup and unwind. Because you can't be tired. You can't be the oh woe is me at the end of the day, because you be no more good. You have to find balance as a leader. That's how we function. You have to find time management as a leader. That's how we function. If you don't have balance and time management, apostle, or whatever title you may have, or you may not have a title, if you don't have that balance and time management, your days will be wasted away, screwed up. I mean, you will get things screwed up on what you need to do throughout the day. So find balance, pastors. Find balance, apostle. Incorporate time. Okay, I have to balance my life. I have my personal life over here, and I have my church life over here. You have to find some type of kind of balance, because how can you manage your home? That's impossible. Because if you can't manage your home and have balance and time in those balances in your home, then you ain't gonna be able to do it in the church. It becomes impossible. You have to put one foot in front of the other before you can you have to put your right foot in front of your left foot before you put your left foot in front of your right foot and walk. So if you can't do that in your home, you won't be able to do it in that same principle in your own life. It becomes impossible. So we're going to pick back up on this. This is a part 1. And I'm going to go add in part 1. And tomorrow we're going to pick back up on part 2. Please share, follow, and also subscribe to the YouTube page, Shareta Berry Ministries on YouTube, as well as I put videos up on YouTube as well. Thank you for your time. To bleed while you lead.